What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a wear test and a first impression on a product that I've been seeing a lot going around the internet the last week or two. This is the Resting Boss Face Setting Spray from Hudabeauty, and the reviews on this are very harsh because everybody is saying how much they hate the smell. And I wanted to try it for myself, first of all, because it says that this is inspired by the trick that drag queens use where they set their makeup with hairspray, and it's supposed to be super long wearing. I can tell you for a fact that using hairspray to set your makeup is extremely effective. It definitely does work. Obviously, the ingredients in hairspray are pretty harsh and they're not that great for your skin. So if this can work as well as that without actually being a hairspray, then I think that that's fantastic. And what I want to know out of this product, which I purchased by myself, by the way, so I haven't been sent this, I went out and bought it. I want to know if the smell is worth the result. So that's what we're gonna test here today. I also picked up the new Huda Beauty Tantour cream to powder bronzer and contour because I've been really into cream contour and cream bronzer lately, especially since it says that it is also supposed to be waterproof and sweatproof. So I am very excited to try both of these today. Now, I know that I recently said that I would never do a wear test on a day where I had to go to kickboxing ever again because I left an imprint of my whole entire face on the bag during boxing, and I was so embarrassed and I never want to do that again. But there was no other time this week for me to film this, so I'm doing it. Although I really hate wearing makeup to that class, I really do, I stand by that. I do think that this will be a really good wear test for this product because they specifically say sweat-proof. So if we can have waterproof, sweat-proof makeup, maybe I won't hate it so much. So I'm keeping the rest of my makeup super simple today. I'm not wearing lashes, I'm not wearing like an elaborate look, but I did do a complete face so that we can see how the setting spray specifically affects like the eyeshadow and stuff. If it doesn't wear as well as normal or whatever, we can know. Because if I don't put anything on my eyes, we won't know. That was such an over explanation of such a simple thing. Wow. Because of how simple the makeup is, this video should probably be on the quicker side today because I didn't even like do a tutorial on the eyes. I mean, I used 2 colors and I'm not even wearing lashes. But regardless, I do want to get right into the meat and potatoes of this video. So before we get into it, please do not forget to leave a like on the video because I would really appreciate that, and I appreciate you. And if you appreciate me, then I would appreciate that. And if you're newish here, you've seen a few videos and you're just not sure yet, I would love to encourage you to subscribe. I've been told that sometimes my videos are a pretty good time. I mean, a couple of people have said it, not like a million or anything, but like, you know, a good few. And I think that you would probably agree with them. And for those of you keeping track, our first book club video will be up on Monday specifically. I know I've been saying that it's coming soon for a while, first week of June. I've been saying first week of June for a few weeks now. It is indeed the first week of June next week, and I'm trying to have the video up by Monday. So that is when you can expect that. I think that's all of like, you know, the technical end of shit that we got to get out of the way before we get into it. So let's just go back in time to before I had my full face on. And first we will be trying the Huda Beauty Tantour. I'm going to start by using the Tantour. I got the color light. So the Tantour comes in 5 shades. There is fair, light, medium, tan, and rich. Sorry, I'm reading it off the Sephora website. When I went to Sephora yesterday, they only had light and medium left. So I went with light. I probably could have gone with fair if they had it in stock. I tried light on my hand and it didn't look like it was going to be too dark or like any like too orange or too warm for me. So I think it's a good bet. I also really need some tantouring going on right now because I look so damn pasty from what I can see in the monitor. Yikes on a bike. So this is what the packaging looks like. It unscrews like so. Ooh, it has one of these on the top to keep it nice and fresh, but I dropped it, and that is what the product looks like inside the package before I use it. This reminds me of the Soleil Tan de Chanel. Oh, how do they recommend you apply this? Hold on, let me consult the website. Okay, they say to use a small dense brush, so I'm gonna use my Nabla foundation buffer brush. I like this brush a lot. It's gonna go right into it. Ooh. Is this too dark for me? Okay, actually no, on my forehead that looks fine. I think I just had too much on the brush. Okay, let's buff in and see where the road takes us. I'm just gonna buff back over this and just use what's left on the brush over here. Try to even that back out again. I also brought that like way too low, like way too low. We're gonna have to clean this up a little bit. So now this time I'm just gonna go one dab in there and then much better, definitely better with less. One dip will do ya. So they say that this is cream to powder, super blendable, but they also say that it is water and sweat resistant, which we are gonna put to the test today, my friend. We are indeed. Actually blended that out. I think that it looks very natural. And surprisingly did not get muddy considering how much I put on there and then had to blend it out. I thought for a moment that I f***ed up hard. So I'm glad that I kept blending. The blendability of it is definitely very impressive and it remains blendable even after you let it sit. I was under the impression that that might not be the case because of the fact that it is cream to powder, so it sounds like it sets, but didn't seem to be a problem. It gave me plenty of time to blend it in. I'm really shocked at how this just kind of blended in and became so much more natural. So much so that I'm gonna put a little bit more on and then blend it again because I feel like while I definitely look more bronzed, it's not even really contouring my cheek anymore. So this time I'm placing it a little bit more concentrated. I'm gonna blend it out with a smaller brush. I'm gonna use my little Shiseido foundation brush and I'm gonna use more of like a tapping motion to blend so that way I'm not like doing big circles and blending it all the way. That blends so nice. Okay, I'm actually really impressed with this so far. Let's do a little bit more contour along the forehead here. This looks beautiful and I am incredibly impressed. Wow, wow, wow. The moment of truth. I want to try to use this to contour my nose. Is it gonna be way too pigmented? Will my nose look like a poopy? We don't know, we're gonna find out, but I'm gonna try by using a very small brush. This is a Luxie 111 mini and I am going to dip into the Tantour with this and let's see what happens. For the tip of my nose, I'm just gonna contour right here, which is what I usually do, and then bring it around the sides and underneath the tip. But I'm actually not even adding any more product to the brush because a little seems to really go a long way, and I don't want to like overwhelm my nose with contour, like I said. Don't want it to just be one big brown poopy. For the sides, I'm just gonna go back in with that little foundation brush and start blending that down. So my contour placement could have been a little bit better because I've just been experimenting with like what brush, and these brushes were maybe a little bit too big for the area. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up underneath my cheekbone contour a little bit because I feel like I took it down too low because I didn't realize how much it was gonna blend out and how pigmented it was. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean that up and then we will move along. So I carved out under my cheekbones with some powder, and I also powdered the center of my nose and the center of my forehead because that's where I get like the greasiest during the day. So that's usually where I powder, but I didn't put any powder over any area where I used the Tantour because I want to see how that wears on its own without powdering over it. Even though we're going to be using the setting spray, it doesn't completely make it a fair test of how the Tantour would do it on its own, but at least if we don't powder over it, we're not giving it like too much of an advantage, you know what I mean? So my initial thoughts with this product is I think that this is beautiful. It works so well. It works so easy. I did find that it was a little bit too spread out when I first put it on. So that's why I had to clean up under my cheekbones and stuff like that. But the reason was because I just chose a brush that was a little too big. So if you are looking to try this product, I would recommend using a smaller face brush or even maybe like a larger eyeshadow brush or something to blend it out because it does blend really far. It is super duper pigmented. I'm gonna keep my makeup very, very simple today because of the fact that obviously, like I said, I am going to the gym later. We're gonna wear this makeup through my gym session, which is a very intense way to test it, but might as well. But I do want to make sure that I have things on my face that would be affected by the setting spray. So I am going to do a little bit of eyeshadow. I will only put on mascara and no lashes, and I'll just do like a simple nude lip. And when I come back, we will test the setting spray. I am a little bit nervous about the scent because so many people have been complaining about it triggering migraines for them. And I don't know if I've mentioned this here on my channel to you guys before. I know I've mentioned it on my Instagram stories. I suffer with migraines pretty badly. It's not chronic. I don't get them weekly anymore, but it used to be, and they're really bad. Like I can't get out of bed and I throw up and it's awful. So I'd really like to avoid that today if I can. Usually for my migraines, scent doesn't usually trigger a migraine for me, but once I have one, like if I start to get one, then scents can like really escalate it very quickly. So I'm hoping that nothing else like would creep into my life and start to cause a migraine today. I'm gonna make sure I stay hydrated. I'm not gonna drink any alcohol. I'm not gonna go stand out in the sun without sunglasses on. All of which are things that trigger migraines for me, and hopefully it won't become an issue, but I am a little nervous. Let me go finish my face and then we will jump back in here and continue with trying the setting spray. Okay, I did a quick eye with the Nabla Secret palette, which I did a 3 looks video of recently. If you guys missed that, if you want to see that, you can click right up here and go watch that as well. I used the Nabla lip pencil in Touch Me, and I just went over that with the original clear Agave lip mask from Beauty. This is like my go-to everyday lip. It's the best. So I just added my regular highlight. I used the Mother of Dragons palette. I added some blush. I used the Girl Powder palette from the Balm, and everything else is as it normally would be. So we have a very steady baseline, besides the bronzer, of what we should expect from the wear of my makeup here. I went on the Sephora website again and I started reading the reviews, and I'm so scared about this smell. Can it really be as bad as everybody's saying it is? Can it really be? Can it be? How? They describe this as an extra hold scented setting spray. It delivers a comfortable matte finish without leaving the skin dry. Shake well. Okay, already on that. I feel like I'm asking for somebody to put like an eggplant emoji in this. I'm gonna stop. Use roughly 8 inches away from the face. Mist the face 2 to 4 times in a circular motion. First of all, I'm going with 4 because usually I do 10. So 4 is gonna even still be like, you know, on the low side for me. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is intense. And it definitely like went right up my nose, but I'm not dying right now. It smells like perfume, and not the kind of perfume that I would choose to wear. It definitely smells like the perfume of an older woman, but it's not like, right now this is not so intense that I feel like I will have a hard time wearing it for the rest of the day. I might feel very differently about that once this is still lingering in an hour, because a lot of people say that this lingers all day long, which is a part of the problem. But for now, I don't like the smell. I wish the smell wasn't there, but I can tolerate it at this moment. So we'll see how this progresses as the day goes on. I do feel like 4 sprays didn't cover my whole face though, if I'm being honest. Like I felt like 1 spray here, 1 spray there, and like I feel like the whole bottom area of my face didn't really get anything on it. So I'm gonna just go in with a couple more little squirts toward the bottom half of my face because I feel like it just didn't get on there. I was under the impression that this was like a continuous spray, but it's not. Like you have to press the nozzle down every time, which I would like it better if it was continuous, but it is a nice even spray, so no complaints there. Just not what I was expecting. I thought it was gonna be like the Morphe one. Okay. The current time is 11:38. So what I'm gonna do is go do like an initial check-in on the point and shoot camera. You guys can see what my makeup is sitting like up close and in natural light, and then I will check in with you guys again in a few hours, let you know how it's wearing, if I see any difference from like my normal day-to-day makeup wear. And my class tonight is at 5:30, so I'll show you what it looks like before that, and then I will show you what it looks like after we've sweat, since this is supposed to be waterproof and sweat resistant and all that. So we'll see how it holds up to that, and then I will do one more final check-in before I go to bed tonight, before I take off my makeup, and we will assess the situation. We will decide whether we think it is worth it to be this stinky to have your makeup set well, because honestly, right now, as of this moment, I feel like I can tolerate this smell on a day where I really need my makeup to wear for a long time, if this does indeed make my makeup wear better than usual. So let us go about our day and we'll find out if that's the case. All right, it's 11:53, which means that this has been on my face for about 15 minutes. That's how long it took me to just finish up filming to come down here and give you the natural light shot. So this obviously isn't gonna be indicative of how it wears, but I just wanted to show you how my makeup looks today in general, so you have a baseline idea of what to go off when you're judging how this wears throughout the rest of the day. So I'm gonna zoom in really uncomfortably tight, like take you on a magic school bus ride through my pores, and then when I check in later, you'll know what's up. I smudged some mascara under my eye, so that's what we got going on there. But so far, everything looks pretty normal. So that's where we're at currently. So far right now, I do still smell the scent if I think about it, but just before I like mentioned it again, before I thought like, hey, do I still smell that? I kind of had forgotten about it, so I don't know if I'm about to like get used to it or if it's about to creep up on me and give me a headache, and I will keep you posted about that as well. But as of right now, it's not like actively bothering me. It's only like if I think, hey, does it still smell, and then sniff for it, I do smell it. So yeah, so that's where we're at so far. I'll let you guys know what I think in a little bit. It's 4:38, which means that we have been wearing this for 5 hours now. I think I look a little bit dewy, but not like over the top, just a normal amount of dewiness. I'm gonna zoom you in real close again so that way we have a good barometer of what it looks like after a few hours before we get it ridiculously sweaty. I'm gonna go finish taking notes for my next video, change, go to the gym, and I will talk to you guys again shortly. 6:32, just got home from kickboxing, a little bit soaked, little gross, but I fed Charlie, and the first thing I did was go upstairs and take a look in my makeup mirror, like in bright lighting, and oh, Charlie's here, he wants to say hello. Hey, Bubba. I'll give you carrots in just a second. Hold on, okay, bud? I was literally dripping with sweat. Like, he had us throw the bag on the floor, and we were sitting on top of the bag and throwing punches down into the bag, and there were drips of sweat coming off my head and face onto the bag. And I thought for sure that my entire face was gone. But considering exactly what that was like, I'm a little shook at how much of my makeup is still on. I wiped some of it off of my nose and chin by accident by like dabbing myself with the towel because I was like literally like sopping a little bit, but I'm gonna zoom you in and show you, and like the amount of eyeshadow and brows and like actual foundation that I still have intact is crazy. So we lost some on my nose, but we still have concealer. I still have some highlight. The contour has definitely faded, but it's still there. So realistically, do I look fresh as a daisy? No. But is this the best my makeup has ever looked after wearing it to a kickboxing class against my better judgment? Absolutely. So I really want to go take a shower right now, but I want to see how much this keeps holding up for the rest of the day. I'm going to check back in with you guys before I go to bed in a few more hours, so like maybe like around like 10-ish, see how much it holds up after this, because if it keeps holding up, I'm gonna be very impressed. Oh, and to check in with you guys about the whole scent thing, so I didn't even mention it in the last check-in, and the reason was because at that point I had kind of already forgotten about it, so I can't really smell it anymore. About 5 hours in, I completely stopped being able to smell it. I would say before that, for a couple hours, like every now and then a waft of the scent would still hit me, but it was like only if I like stepped outside into a breeze, like if something made me notice it. It wasn't constant. So it's not good, it's not pleasant. The spray would be a million times better without it, but right now for me, I think it's tolerable. I don't know why it's in there. It would be such a better product without it, but like, I think if this keeps holding up the way that it is right now, I can deal, you know? Okay, it's 9:30 p.m. and I came back into the studio because we no longer have natural light, so I figured we might as well. So I've been wearing this makeup for just under 10 hours, like a few minutes under 10 hours, and I have to say that it held up especially well, all things considered. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit so you can see the details. But you can definitely still see the shadow in my crease. The shadow on my lids lost a lot of its reflectiveness, but it's not creased or anything, so that's good. Still can see a little bit of blush and bronzer or Tantour. It actually wound up being a happy accident. We thought that I did an oopsie here. but that little smudge of mascara under my eye actually wound up being a great way to tell that the makeup was still there where we put it. So what are my overall thoughts? I think that as far as setting your makeup, this works. It's a good setting spray. I think that if it wasn't so heavily scented, this could be an A+++ amazing 100% excellent product, but the scent is gonna make it hard for me to reach for it. I didn't think it was like as bad throughout the day as a lot of people seem to. I feel like maybe I'm not as sensitive to scents as the people in the reviews on Sephora website, because like people had really strong feelings. They were calling it like repugnant, abhorrent, atrocious. Like they really hated it, and like it doesn't, I have to be honest, it really doesn't smell good. It smells pretty bad. It smells like bad old lady perfume. It's not good, it's not a cute smell, and it is very strong. But I did find that I kind of just forgot about it after a while. It wasn't like annoying to me throughout the day, but I would still hesitate to pick this up over my other setting sprays because I just don't want to deal with that even when I just put it on. Like for the first hour or so, I definitely smelled the smell the whole time, and I wasn't super happy about that. However, I don't think I'll be returning it because I will keep it in case there's like an occasion where I really need to be sure that my makeup's gonna be on the whole day. And obviously this really does keep things in place because like I said, I was like literally dripping sweat off of my face onto the kickboxing bag, like just dripping it onto the floor, like disgusting levels of sweat. And that being considered, this held up very well. So if I had to like look cute at a theme park, or I was gonna be at an outdoor wedding the whole day, I might use this. I would say that this would be great for bridal because like when you do bridal makeup, you obviously want the makeup to last really well the whole day, but I would never in a million years spray this on somebody else's face and subject them to this smell on their special day. Like imagine you use this and you gave a bride a migraine. Oh my God, what a nightmare. But yeah, overall, I think this could be an amazing product. Maybe they'll listen to feedback and they'll come out with a completely unscented version. That would be fantastic. As far as the Tantour, I love this. I love this. I think it's beautiful. It blends beautifully. It's very buildable. I like the color of it because for me, and this is very different, obviously, depending on what type of colors you have in your skin. If you're very pink or very yellow, it might be a little bit different for you. But for me, it's like right in that spot of brown where I can use it as a contour, but it also makes me look bronzed. That's like a very fine balance a lot of the time, and I think that depending on your undertone, it might not serve both purposes for you, but I can kind of use it for both. To get like a really chiseled looking contour, I would definitely need something a little bit more cool toned paired with this, which is kind of how I usually do my contour anyway. I do like a bronzer over a larger area, and then I put the more cool tone, like ashy, shadowy color in a smaller, more concentrated part of my face to create that shadowed, like sunken in look. But for lighter makeup days where I don't feel the need for like heavy contouring, I definitely would be reaching for this. So Huda, I know you're not watching this, but if for some reason you are, please come out with an unscented version of this because it really would knock it out of the park, honestly. If you came out with an unscented version of this, I might, and I can't make any promises, but I might consider using this as my daily setting spray over my Urban Decay all-nighter. And that's a big deal because I've been using all-nighter for literally since like 3 packaging changes ago. Like it's been like a decade. So I didn't get a migraine even though the stinkiness was tolerable, but still very unpleasant. If you've used this product, please leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. I've also heard that the Huda foundation has a similar scent that people really don't like. Let me know if they are the same. I would like to hear from people who have used that product as well. Also leave me a comment, let me know what is your favorite type of cheese. That has nothing to do with this video, but I just a little snackish at the moment, and I really like cheese and I would love to talk about it. Please don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it or you found it helpful, or if you just feel generous today, that would be fantastic. And also if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe because I would love to have you around for more videos, but also because if you don't, the next time you go to get your favorite cheese from the cheese drawer, you're gonna be out of it. And I know that that sounds horrible, but it's physics. And I actually called Neil deGrasse Tyson and I asked him, I was like, Neil, Is it true? And he was like, yeah, so confirmed. If you would like to keep up with my videos, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I am at Ms. Quinface over there. I like to post all of my makeup looks, my lip art, all sorts of stuff over there. And I also keep everything updated like on the behind the scenes and PR unboxings and what we're gonna do on this channel, and run polls and all kinds of stuff over there. So if you would like to keep up with that, that would be handy for you as well. I think that is all for today. I am going to go and import this footage and then take a shower and then go to bed because I have to get up early in the morning. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you in the next one.